Hey, nerdlets. Sage is here. Hope you're enjoying Heroes or something. I think that's how I usually go with this kind of stuff. I don't know why. Is this an intro? Anyways, so this video right here, I'm going to be talking about things that I see a lot of questions about, usually in Heroes, and oh boy. So let's get ready to make some mistakes, shall we? Anyways, let's start off with the first question. So the first question I see a lot of, and I have been seeing in all of my videos, are why is my unit that's the same star rating as X different than Y? So basically, why is my Camilla 5-star different than your Camilla 5-star? And well, that is a whole mess to deal with. But I guess we'll just talk about it. So when you summon a character, basically what happens is your stats are slightly randomized. And this is something that people are calling Boons and Banes, which is a reference to Awakening and Fates, where your main character had a selectable stat menu. Basically, you could pick to be good at strength, but in adverse you would have to be bad at something like, say, speed or defense. Essentially, when you summon a unit, you are randomly assigned both good and bad enhancements, which, you know, may or may not change how your character works. It's just all the luck of the draw when it comes down to it. Granted, usually it doesn't seem to be too much of a change, but it will alter your stats, and that's why occasionally I see people really hating on Camilla for some reason. I'm joking, but still, be aware that your characters will not be exactly the same as someone else's. They may be stronger in some fields, but weaker in others to yours, so be on the lookout and just check and see what stats you got. I mean, there's spreadsheets comparing them, but right now the science is a little bit out there, but we do know that this system kind of exists. So now that we've gotten that one out of the way, let's talk about the next thing, shall we? And that involves stats as well. So one of the questions I keep seeing is something related to Fire Emblem because, well, Fire Emblem fans are always about trying to min-max things, and that's just kind of how it is. But mostly it's, can I game the system to get better stat increments on level up? Oh boy. So I guess for those who aren't in the know when it comes to Fire Emblem, well, I'll explain it a bit. Basically, in the 3DS games, and I believe even before then, when you level up, you would get random stat increments. Basically, this is based on growth rates, among other things. It's a whole lot of math. But essentially, when you level up, your character is assigned stat increases, and these can be random. And it could be anywhere from all of your stats gained +1 to 1 gains +1. But in those games, if you didn't like what you got when you leveled up, you could essentially just restart the game and try again, level up, and see what you get that way. But how exactly does this work in Heroes? Well, ironically, during the Easy EXP video that I had a little while ago, people were like, oh man, let's formulate ideas on how to min-max, and some of them were like, okay, well now we know that when you die in the same battle that you may level up, or at least one of your units levels up, you get nothing. You don't get to keep that level. It goes back to what it was before that battle. So potentially you could, you know, min-max it. It'll be random stat increments, right? Right? But I'm just going to be the one to spoil the party here and inform you outright, okay guys? When you get a character, the stats that you get via level up are predestined. That means that no amount of what you do to try and game the system, you will not be able to change what stat increments you get when you level up. Your character is set along its path until it hits max level. And I don't believe any of that even changes when you unlock potential. You still have predestined things, and that's just what's gonna happen. So, I mean, I hate to be the bummer here, but there you guys go. That's the essentials on what happens when you level up. It's predestined, just go along with it, have fun. Also, the next question, just real quick, was why did I lose my level? Chances are your unit died in that battle that you leveled up in. You're gonna have to go and level them up again in the next one. It happens. Just try again. You'll get them up there. Okay, next. What the hell is a focus summon? Oh boy. So my last video that I did about Fire Emblem Heroes was about what heroes you should aim for if you're trying to summon. And a lot of people were like, why didn't you mention Ryoma, Naui, Faye, and God, there's so many more characters out there who are just as good at when they get rank 5 rarity. But here's the thing, they aren't focus summons. focus summons are their own little pool of rarity, basically. Nintendo handpicked several characters that they pulled out of the rare pile, I guess, if you want to put it that way, and they put them on display and went, hey, you might get these guys a lot better than the other ones, and that's essentially what that means. Basically, the focus summons have their own percentile of the summoning, meaning that they will more likely show up when you summon them because they're the focus of the summon, aka focus summon. So, when you roll, you'll more likely get these ones than, say, a rare 5 Ryoma who isn't a focus, because, well, I mean, it's just Nintendo there, pretty much. But, just so we're clear, if you got a 5-star Ryoma, Hector, Naui, Faye, whatever you got, Leo, there's so many more. Consider yourself lucky, you got a rare unit, essentially. And not only that, they're good. So, take that to the bank and be happy, because I mean, Ryoma's hardcore, Naui's hardcore, all of them are. It's just luck of the draw, and for that video I wanted to focus mostly, well, on focus summons. I'm going to be saying focus a lot this video, holy crap. Next question I'm seeing a lot of is, what the hell are colorless, and are they a part of the weapon triangle? Yes and no. They don't really have any clear advantage over any color for the most part, but that comes at a disadvantage that they don't really, you know, do more extra damage against other units. I think like Robin, you know, the male Robin has a tome that does more damage to colorless units, if I recall correctly, but outside of that, they're pretty much neutral, like Switzerland. Alright, next question. Did you know that badges also need feathers to unlock potential? Yes. Yes, I do. I made an error in the first video that I did, where I was like, it was either or. That was my bad. Completely my bad. You do need both feathers, please. Please stop pointing it out, for the love of God. For the love of God! Alright, next question. Why is Camilla such trash? That's just mean. She isn't trash. She's my beautiful, beautiful bride. Why would you hate on my waifu? But really, outside of that, I mean, this was just supposed to be a short little video to give you a bit of an idea of what stats and leveling up do when you summon them, to what you level up with when you get stat increments, all kinds of stuff. So I hope that answers some questions and kind of got a bit of an idea going on. Other than that, well, it's time to move on. So hope you guys have a great evening. I'm going to be hopping off for now. This video was a lot shorter than I thought it would be, but I got over a lot of topics that I wanted to, so hooray! Go me! Back to crippling depression. Bye.